Okay, Anna and I are popping in really fast at the top of this show.
Yeah.
Because there's been a bit of confusion.
Yes.
Anna, people think that we will be at KetoCon in April. We've seen a lot of that.
A lot of people have been asking.
Okay, now
and
I've
for
one,
to say not that I'm aware. First of all, I didn't even know it was in April.
I knew that.
Just found that out.
I knew that KetoCon was coming up in April.
Okay,
but
you're more with it than I am.
No one invited me. Have you been invited?
No.
Okay, so we've not been invited to KetoCon, so
no,
we won't be there.
No.
So, folks, if you're buying tickets because you want to meet Anna and watch her cook or whatever, or for whatever odd reason you want to see me walk around the stage and yell.
You give a good speech, sir.
Oh, you're too kind.
And yell.
Yeah, I yell a lot. At any rate, no, we've not been invited. Just to clear that up, for some reason, there's whole groups of people that are now saying they can't wait to meet us at KetoCon. We will not be there. We're not upset with
everything's fine. But we just want to be really clear.
Yeah, Robyn is a great woman, and we want that show to be a success. By all means, go. But we just won't be there because no one has asked us to be there. So,
should we admit that publicly?
Yeah, I guess people don't want to see us. All right, so now on with the show. We got a few things going on today, Anna.
Yeah, we do. By the way, I just want to say something real quick, live and in the moment right now. Eddie Fackler, who has had the most incredible medical journey.
Yeah.
And he is right now in the Facebook admin group. Eddie himself, we did not think he was going to survive 2 weeks ago. Well, and he, for the first time, is reappearing, and we're going to have him back.
I haven't talked about Eddie at all because I didn't want to, this is his life and his.
Absolutely. I don't either.
Can we talk about it, or can we talk about?
I can talk about what's on the Caring Bridge, which is the website, but he had an aortic dissection. They had to a million surgeries. A lot has happened. I don't want to go into detail, but you guys, every day is a gift is what this reminder is. Yeah. And Eddie's a badass, and he's going to survive this, and he's going to figure it out, and he's going to get back to doing what he does. And it's honestly, it's the aortic dissection is what John Ritter died of.
Yeah. And by the way, I have been keeping up with it the whole time, Eddie, in case you're wondering,
we love you, Eddie.
Everyone's been giving me breakdown, not day by day, but every couple of days.
Yeah.
At one time, Eddie's not going to be around. And then Eddie can we talk about it? He lost a limb.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't want to say it because I don't know, but yeah, he lost a limb. It's on the Caring Bridge.
Yeah.
He knows by now. Obviously he didn't know at first because you don't know what's happening when you're under that much medication, but he knows by. He's got a long road ahead of him. He's going to do it.
Yeah. Pull it for your brother.
Yeah. So I was so excited that Eddie popped into the chat literally just now as we were starting that I just had to give him a shout out. I hope he listens. We love you, Eddie. We love your family. Keep whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Yeah. Just keep rocking and rolling. Anna, speaking of Eddie, tomorrow I go in and I'm getting, again, my CAC done. Now, folks, I'm hearing this a lot from people. What is the CAC? Is when it's the calcium score. They put you in a machine. They don't have to stick a dye in you or anything. They just go and they can see if there's any calcium deposits in your heart. Right. I at 59, I think I went, I don't want to exaggerate, when I was 58. So about a year and a half ago I went. And I had a 0. So, I can't imagine in the last year and a half I've changed much since then, but there's
why are you having it so soon?
Here's why.
Okay.
Because I'm going in. That's a good question.
Oh my God. Thank you for praising me.
Yeah. This
is a special day for me.
No, it should be. You're wearing a special hat on a special day. We'll talk about that hat in a minute.
My favorite color.
Folks, if you want to see Anna looking exquisitely sexy.
Exquisitely, like I might drive at least a Mack truck, if not a big rig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think Mack makes big rigs. So.
Okay. Well, it's a Mack big rig if I'm being specific.
Yeah, you went to Emory. They didn't teach you guys about trucking. No.
No, I was not an engineering major.
No. I don't think they would teach engineering.
Why wouldn't they? Wouldn't they on civil engineering?
Teach them about trucking. They you know,
Yes.
hey,
The
here's
logistics and supply chain and how to do it.
yeah, here's a
Yeah,
Peterbilt.
let's design a better
here's a
truck.
Mack truck. Here's a international.
I think also kindergartners learn that.
Yeah,
I don't think it has anything to do with Emory.
I think that's where I learned it. At any rate, I'm going.
Why are you going back? Yeah.
Okay. Here's something. You know, we talked about Eddie. Screw it. I'm gonna put a little bit about me out there. I have some kind of thing in my heart. You know, my mom
Right.
almost dropped dead at like 80 of a heart attack. And it's because she had some kind of valve problem that was genetic and it came from birth. As a matter of fact, after they say, you know, she was like, she you know, flatlined for several minutes and flatlined again on the helicopter when they brought her to Baton Rouge. And,
Ooh,
you know,
so scary.
It was just, she was dead. And they were able to bring her back. This was several years ago. And, you know, I ran down there. I thought she was going to be dead in a couple of days. I got down there and, you know, they were going to go in and do an exploratory surgery. You know, they were going to go and see, you know, how blocked up she was and the whole thing. And they go in, doctor comes out 20 minutes later. I went, oh boy, 20 minutes? This is not good.
That's not good. Yeah.
Doctor goes, she's doing fine. And she had, you know, no blockage, which we were shocked by. And as it turns out, she's had this, you know, congenital thing, you know, this thing from the time she was born. And it just got to a point where it blocked off whatever
Wow.
all the way. And, you know, we opened it up and we did what we had to do and boom, she's here. I, on the other hand, I don't have exactly that. I do have an aneurysm.
With an E or an A?
Huh?
Did you say an aneurysm or an aneurysm?
Aneurysm. I don't know how it's spelled. I don't know.
An aneurysm?
Yeah, you know.
With ANNYEURISM.
Look it up, Anna. Look up aneurysm.
But I wasn't sure. Okay, you said aneurysm that time.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like something different.
No. It's just like the ones, you know, my friend Louise died of when she had one burst in her brain.
Oh, God, I spelled that wrong. That's for sure.
How's it spelled? I don't know how. I think it's
It's ANEURYSM. I knew there's a Y in there somewhere.
All right, since you have it up,
yeah.
Read the definition of an aneurysm.
An aneurysm is an abnormal bulge or ballooning in the wall of a blood vessel. An aneurysm can burst, rupture, causing internal bleeding and often leading to death. Aneurysms usually don't cause symptoms, so you might not know you have an aneurysm even if it's large, which that's crazy. Yeah, there was a girl at Emory when I was there who passed away from an aneurysm.
Our friend Louise was 16 years old and never missed a day of school. And then next thing I know, I was visiting her on a machine, and then they turned the machine off the next day.
Yeah, sad.
The day after that, I went to Louise's funeral. That's the way aneurysms work.
Yeah.
They
think you have one?
No, they discovered mine.
Oh,
a couple of years ago when I had a CT scan a couple of years ago. Just to, you know, I like to make sure, you know, because I don't have any blockage, I don't have any problems. You know, and the one I have is tiny, but it's kind you have to watch every couple of years. You know, they want to go back and look and see again. And so I'm going in for that. And I went, wait, same machine, except, you know, one you do the dye and the other one you do without the dye. Let's just do them both.
Okay.
And, you know, of course, insurance pays for the CT scan, the more expensive one, but the CAC, the CAC, you know, the
out of pocket.
Yeah, and that's what people say to me. They go, "Oh man, it's out of pocket, my insurance." It's like, folks, you might find it at some hospitals for $100. You might find it for $200. Everyone I talk to tells me it's
$150 at mine.
Yeah, $125 to $150.
I did it back in December.
And if you go, well, that's a little rich for my blood, stop going to Starbucks for 7 days, and that's your savings right there.
Yep.
Go get this done. It's a simple way to see if you have a problem.
So simple.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's so funny that you bring this up because this morning I'd been putting off some blood work that I needed to go do simply because now I live in the country and it's a pain to drive somewhere. I used to be able to just drive right down the street.
Right.
And I was like, all right, you know what? I don't feel like having coffee or eating this morning. I'm going to head up and get that blood work done. And I did. And I was like, I need to remind people who are doing the same thing I did, making excuses and saying, go get your blood work done.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to wait to have your coffee and you're fasting.
I did mine last week. See, I do all this stuff either in December or January every year because of my cancer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, of course, I was traveling this year because there was a death in the family and, you know, I had to deal with all that.
Yeah.
Everything got pushed by a month.
Right.
And, you know, here we are, you know, getting it done in February. So what? You know, it's a month late. Folks, the best way to keep yourself healthy, besides eating right and exercising, I guess I'm doing a basic public service announcement for any of the public that might be listening to this. Just go get checked.
Go get your blood work done.
Even if you have crappy insurance and it doesn't cover it, if you got a couple of extra bucks you can squeeze together. Like I said, don't go eat out one weekend. Restaurants are $150 now. You know.
By the way, there's also a website now that I've done for some pretty comprehensive thyroid panels at, called letsgetchecked.com.
Right.
And I know it's like there's 2 states where they won't send, like New York State and another, because I was trying to get Lucy hers and she lives in New York State. And then there's another state, but I was like, I can't believe now you can just go to LabCorp or Quest and get your own, you can basically order your own labs.
Yeah, because so many
Because if you
people
can't get the doctor to order them,
right,
you can get what your A1C is. You know what I mean? I know that the drugstore one's not as good, but there's access to it. And I couldn't believe that the Let's Get Checked, I found a coupon online and it was like $75. I couldn't believe it because you know, it goes through the insurance. If my endo orders it, it's several $100s that of course then the insurance pays their part and I pay my copay. But I was like, I'm just going to buy it. And then I have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because for me, being perimenopausal, it's really important for me to know what my thyroid's doing. I have the nodules and all that stuff. So I'm like, I just want to know what it is.
Folks, we have 2 very special guests coming on the show today. But before we have either one of those guests on the show, today is the 27th. There are only 28 days in this month.
Uh-oh.
At midnight tomorrow night will be your last opportunity. Now, I'm saying this, I'm glad Anna has her hat on. Anna has her orange NSNG hat on.
You know what? People are going to complain that they didn't get the thing.
They gonna complain?
Already have.
Debbie is tired of fielding calls, and not calls, but messages going, hey, I was going to get the hat, but I forgot, and I wanted to get the hat, and I didn't get the hat. Folks, I'm telling you, if you don't mess up like you did with the hats. We did the blue hat, and then everyone's didn't get it, so we redid that one. I said, that's the last time I will do that. Here's the deal. Go to purevitaminclub.com, get whatever you want. Even if it's a new subscription, you'll get 20% off your first shipment of that new subscription. Or if you buy anything single, look, springtime's coming up. You want to bone up on a lot of ultra salt. You know, people like me, you know, we take extra of my,
Can you just smile real quick?
How's that?
Great.
All right. People take extra of my magnesium. I know I do. And then they run out if they're on subscription. You could buy extra bottles of that. You could go buy everything you want, 20% off if you put in promo code Vinnie, VINNIE. There's Monday, the 27th. Tomorrow night, this ends. Do not come crying to me on March 1st. I cannot help you. That promo code is over with. So go get it right now. Promo code Vinnie. Through the end of this month, one more day, 20% off everything, even new subscriptions. Now, when that subscription renews, it's going to go to the subscription price, which is also lower than the regular price. So it's a win-win-win situation over at purevitaminclub.com. And I'll put that down for a second because we got a special guest coming on. Do not do that right now. Let me see if I can get her on.
Let's yeah. She's going to be mad at me because I didn't put her package in the mail yet.
Let's see here. Gotta hope she picks up.
Hey, Vin.
How you doing, Ma?
I'm good.
Listen,
Hi.
That's Anna on the other.
Oh, hey, Anna.
I have a package on its way to you.
Ma,
I mean,
listen,
sort of.
Don't listen to Anna. She's lying to you.
It's boxed up.
And you know how you called me and you said you were out of your powder?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I called Anna because some of the powder was out of, like I was trying to buy you some and send it to you. Some of it was out. Which one was out, Anna? I can't remember. now.
Barbecue is out. It should be back in about 3. Well, actually, by the time this comes out, it'll be close to being back in.
Yeah. So I said, look, my mom wants the dill. She's putting it on fish and everything else.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So Anna said,
Perfect.
oh, I'm going to ship it out to her right now.
Double dills. Double dills.
And here's the thing. She hasn't done it yet, Ma.
It's boxed up. I lovingly wrapped 2 jars of marinara and double dills and put it in a little package. I wrote you inside a little note with a pretty flower on the note.
I don't know if I'm buying into this. You believe her?
Yeah, I believe every word she's saying.
Thank
Anna,
you.
I want to tell you, I'm not, I don't use the taco as much as
Yes.
I use the barbecue and the dill, because I don't cook a lot of stuff that I need the taco seasoning.
Right. Right.
It's good, but I don't use it as much. That's why I still have some. But
Well,
listen,
that's okay.
that barbecue on my husband's side is a ribeye person.
Yes. It's good
And
on the ribeye, isn't it?
I do. Listen, Vinny, well, I got to give Vinny the credit for that, Anna.
Oh, wait, I'm getting credit for what?
Oh, no.
Never got a birthday party, but here we go. I'm getting credit. Look at that.
You're getting a credit, Vinny.
Oh, boy.
I put, Vinny told me to use the barbecue sauce with, and not, because I was doing it with Worcestershire butter and, to do the ribeye. He said, Mama, just do it with the butter and the barbecue sauce,
True.
and, seasoning. He was right.
Yes.
It's
I'm
definitely,
often right.
Vinny, I think you often right, but man, that and Sai is in the den when I'm cooking this in the kitchen, okay? And he says, oh, I'm having I smell I'm having an Anna steak tonight.
Oh, I love it.
But Ma, you'll be able to get those Anna steaks again in about
I'll send you some when
a
we
week
get
and
them
a half
back. Don't
from now.
worry. Everybody's going to get their
Yeah.
surprises.
Look,
But in the meantime, I'm tiding you over with some dill and some marinara. That's coming to you.
I
Before, Ma,
appreciate that.
before we let you go, tell Anna which son, Anna, as you know, I don't gamble.
Here we go. Here we go.
I don't believe in gambling at all.
Right.
But my mom, she's
She's a fan.
She wakes and bakes every day. She's got to gamble.
No,
I think she's got.
I heard you won some money on the Super Bowl.
I did. And listen, this is really so funny, because I complain about paying $7 for a dozen of eggs, but
Yeah.
yet I'll put $100 on a bet for the Super Bowl. Does
That's the American way, honey.
No, my mom will drive around, waste a half a tank of gas looking for 3 cents cheaper.
That's true. That's true.
Been doing that her whole life. So, Ma,
Uh,
2 of your sons said to pick the under and pick the Eagles,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
yeah.
And then one of your
Mm.
sons, me, said, "There's no way it's going to be."
Over.
Yeah, pick the over 50. It's 51. It's like these quarterbacks are just going to go nuts in this game. There's no way it's going to be below 51.
And they did. They did.
Yeah. One guy broke his leg in the middle of the game, still won the game.
I know.
Man, did you
Yeah.
think your parlay was all done by halftime when he went limping
Listen.
into the house?
And listen, we were fortunate. We watched Moki LSU play South Carolina at 1 o'clock, and then followed by the Super Bowl. And we saw it on this huge, a huge screen. It was like us being at the Super Bowl. It was really good. But I promise you, that theater that we were in watching it was filled, and most of the people in there were Eagles fans.
Oh,
So much so that when Kansas City did something. Those of us that clapped were very few.
You're just like doing a little golf clap.
Yeah.
Well done, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this is interesting. I checked into the hotel. My husband went straight to the room with the luggage. And I said to him, look, I'm going all the way to the back because that's where the betting stuff is. And you meet
See you later.
there. Wait, I said, meet me there because it's a long walk. Okay. So
Only exercise she gets, by the way. walking over to her bookie.
that's my exercise for the week. Well, there's kier sex back there that I don't fool with because I don't really know how. And so I waited till a human could wait on me. And I had this big conversation with this man. And I said, look, I want you to tell me where I'll get the most for my money. I want to bet the Kansas City Chiefs to win, and I want to pick the over. He says, oh, ma'am, you want to make one bet and you want to parlay it. Said, okay, here it is. I gave him $100. He said, if you win, you will get $273.90 plus your $100 back. I said,
Oh.
great. Man, I was excited, okay? Cy came to meet me. My friends who both went to the room, because we're a bunch of old people that do this together.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the room together. He comes down 45 minutes after me and makes the same identical bet that I made. And after we won that night, I said, oh, Jerry, I'm going to get $273.90. He says, Marie, no, you're not. You're going to get $253.90. And I said, no, I know I heard
The
right.
odds changed.
The odds
45 minutes.
in 45 minutes.
See, the early
So,
bird.
but
Anna
you
gets the
you
worm.
still got yours because you got a little ticket that
Oh,
said
yeah,
you would
yeah,
get
oh,
it,
yeah,
right?
She got it.
Okay, good.
Because she went 45 minutes.
I
in.
was about to go fight somebody.
The early bird got the worm. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Boom.
look, we were shocked. I did not know that in 45 minutes time that it would now some man that I met, he told me, he said, ma'am, I didn't bet on the game. Are you ready for this? He bet on the coin toss. He bet on stupid stuff that I would never have thought of doing that.
Yeah, because that's a 50-50 bet. At least you got 3 kids that understand football and you understand it at least better than daddy does. And, you can make more of a guesstimation on the game versus a coin toss or how many, field goals are going to be missed or all those stupid, but I don't even see why they do them, but they do them.
I don't know why they do that either. But all in all, we had Sunday, we spent the whole day watching ball games. And then Monday, we went into the casino to gamble a little bit.
So, Mom, did you lose all your money back? Did you leave there broke?
I came home and don't laugh.
I love how gamblers always, here we go. Here's the rub right here. Go on.
All right.
Folks, this is why you should never gamble. Go on, Ma.
Right. I came home with $28 and some change less than I left home with. I would say for a 3-day on the road stay that I was a winner.
Okay. You enjoyed yourself, right? You got to see
Yeah.
Jerry and his wife and you probably made some crabs or something, right?
No, I'm very upset about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we didn't get to eat crabs. Because the ball game was a precedent, so we couldn't go eat. We usually go as a group to go eat crabs.
They love crabs, Anna.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I want to do my own
I
Old
just
Bay.
can't afford them because I don't win money on gambling. But if I did, I'd probably eat some crabs.
They might comp you some
No.
crabs if you put enough down.
Yeah, yeah.
No, well, we eat. They serve three kind. We the Dungeness, which is my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
and then snow crabs.
Those
And
are harder
then
to crack.
they serve Louisiana crabs and blue crabs.
I love
And
blue
then-
crabs.
Oh,
I like the Dungeness too.
Yeah, but I'm thinking Daddy wants to go to Mardi Gras Tuesday, and
Mm.
we just had a long discussion on that because I don't think we'll be able to get close enough to the parade
Ma,
pit without
Ma,
having to.
don't do it. Don't do it. New Orleans is too dangerous now. And,
Yeah.
just don't do it.
It's
Just
too many drunk people.
watch it on television.
Yeah.
You're gonna slip on some beads.
You know, someone's going to shoot up the crowd. You're going to get hit, and then I'm going to have to come to a funeral. I don't have time for that crap right now. Just so you know.
And I'm enjoying life too much to die right now.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'm thinking of telling Daddy we might just drive to Bay St. Louis, eat some crabs, turn around, and come home.
Well, you could go
That's
to
the
go to Middendorf's, man. You don't even have to go to Bay St. Louis. Just go to Middendorf's.
Middendorf's doesn't serve them, baby.
You know, they got
Oh.
catfish.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes, they
yes,
do.
Yes. Catfish is, and now they have a Middendorf's in Slidell. We stopped there.
No,
quite
that
often.
doesn't count. You got to go to Middendorf's in the middle of the spillway.
Well, we do the spillway one more,
Yeah.
but we've been known to stop in Slidell.
All right, so Ma, I got to rock and roll. We're in the middle of a show. I'm glad that you're making money. Please don't go to Mardi Gras. And
I'm not going to go to Mardi Gras. And Anna, thank you so much.
It is my pleasure. I can't wait for you to get it and start cooking.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
I used my last shrimp today, so I gotta get back to Biloxi as they not shrimping right now. I was unable to get some this time because the boats are not going out right now.
how
they
big,
have a-
Ma, how big are they right now?
Vinny, right now everything everywhere you go is crawfish. And surprisingly, very surprisingly, the crawfish at this time are usually babies.
Yeah.
They are big.
Yeah,
and
that's the
which-
weather. The weather's different, and a lot of them are farming crawfish now, so they got the bigger ones.
Oh, they absolutely beautiful. We had 82-degree weather today.
Yeah, that's why the crawfish. You know, the season is
Yeah,
changing a
and
bit.
oh,
So
they
global
they-
warming, Anna. Global warming. You
Yeah.
get the good crawfish. That's how you. Ma, we got to go. We have a guest coming on, so we got to rock and roll.
Bye bye, baby.
All right.
Bye bye. Thank you.
I love you.
Love you. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. Notice she didn't say she loved me.
No, she loves me.
Yeah, she loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got all the sauces and everything.
Yeah.
So
Food is love.
Anna, should we just bring our guest on? Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk while I
For
go look.
sure.
I gotta go find her. So
I'm going to tell you about Villa Capelli olive oil, you guys. Villa Capelli is a sponsor of this show. If you're new to this show, we talk about olive oil because olive oil is important and you want to have the good olive oil. The thing is with olive oil, you need to know who makes it because sometimes the larger companies are not doing the most respectful things to the olive oil. You always want to look for extra virgin olive oil. That means it's the first press out of the olives that they pick. The first time they press it, they make extra virgin olive oil. And that's what they do at Villa Capelli. I've seen them make it with mine own eyes. And you guys will taste the difference. You actually taste a flavor as opposed to just having a flavorless oil, which is what most grocery store brands taste like. So get your hands on some Villa Capelli olive oil. They have oils and salts and different sizes of oils. They even have some balsamic vinegars and red wine vinegars that are great to pick up. And make sure you use the discount code Vinnie, VINNIE. You'll get 10% off your order each and every time at Villa Capelli, VILLA Capelli, CAPPELLI.com, villacapelli.com. Or you can also go to VinnieTortorich.com and click through the Villa Capelli banner. Use the discount code Vinnie for 10% off your order each and every time. Now, what Vinnie and I like to say is get about $145 or more worth of product because oil is heavy. It costs a lot of money to ship. And so if you get about $145 and use the discount code Vinnie or more, of course, if you buy $1,000, you'll get $100 off your order and free shipping. But if you get about $145, you'll get 10% off your order, and then you'll still qualify for the $125 threshold for the free shipping. So that's our little pro tip that I'm sure it annoys Stephen every time we say it, but we say it anyway. Stephen is the proprietor of Villa Capelli and a very good man making very good oil. So support him, support small businesses, you guys, and also enjoy the oil because it's freaking good. Robyn Dobbin.
Yeah, she's on.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I don't have a hat.
You didn't get one?
Wow.
I
Vinnie,
I did get
ruin
one, and it's in the house. I have a tiny head, so
I have a giant
it-
head.
So wait, we don't make tiny head hats?
I got a small, and it was still like over my ears.
The
So
small?
Matt got a new hat, and he's excited about it.
Oh, good. Which color did you get?
Gray.
You
Or,
see,
I'm sorry, graphite.
I thought that the orange would beat the gray, but the gray was like 3-1 on the orange.
I
So-
like the orange.
Yeah, here we go.
It doesn't look as orange in this
That-
light, does it?
Is that
no,
better?
it doesn't. But
There you
it's
go.
very-
You're right. That does
looks
kind of
good.
swallow your head.
Yeah, it looks good on you, though. You look like you belong on the Bad News Bears.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all their
So-
hats were a little too
She's
big.
our best slugger.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit over the ears, you know.
It looks cute like that, though.
It does look cute.
You can rock that.
All right.
So
Well, I'll rock it for our video.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I'm going to eat a nut butter. We're literally wearing the hat, eating the nut butter. Is there anything else? Could I snort some ultra salts or like what else can I do?
Yeah, do
Support
you
your
have-
brands.
That's good enough, Anna.
Is that good enough? Okay. Cause
Yeah, go
I
on.
will.
You
That
know,
ultra salt is
oh, I know
good.
you will.
Okay. I'm going to eat this. Y'all talk. I
All
know
right, so-
Robin's going to ask some questions.
so
Robyn,
Rob-
do my job. Thanks.
Okay, sure. Enjoy that nut
Here's the
butter.
deal.
Mhm.
I was looking at a tweet right before we came on, and you were asking about cacao shells. If I knew anything about cacao shells, and it's quite simply, I just went and looked it up, and basically,
Wait, I'm sorry. You Googled an answer that somebody could have Googled before they asked you.
yeah, pretty much.
Look,
Okay,
I'm just saying
checking.
these things
Just
come
checking.
up on the board. You know how it
do.
is. It's in waves. Everybody starts all asking about alternate drinks, and then everybody starts saying, "Oh, try this, try this." So I wanted your thoughts on it.
All right, so here's the deal.
Can you can you ask what the question is? I don't understand what cacao shells are.
All right, so
Like, what's
go
the
on and ask
context
the
of question?
question, Robin, and I'll. The shell is. Hang on. The shell, Anna, is part of. You have cacao nibs that it tastes
Yeah.
like the world's worst piece of chocolate. It's just
Mhm.
a bitter
Just bitter. Yeah.
cocoa. Okay,
Mhm.
the shell is part of that, right? That it's kind of
On the outside of it?
I
on the
don't-
outside of-
I guess it's a shell, so it must be kind of like the
Oh.
husk, like psyllium husk or something. So
Oh, okay.
someone, just like everything else, someone, kind of like when Postum said, "Hey, let's make a different coffee drink," because apparently coffee was broken. These people went, "Hey, we can soup this up and call it cacao tea." And I looked at it, I went, "Okay, by
That sounds stupid.
definition, this has to be the most bitter piece of crap thing." And I'm saying this without ever trying it. You understand? There is no particular health benefit to it that I can see. I looked up the nibs. If you're eating the nibs, there's 10 carbs. I don't know how big the serving has to be, but per 130 calories, which means that's a nice size serving, there are 10 carbs. So that's, it's got carbs in it. It can't possibly taste as good as coffee. It's not. Look, I get it. I love coffee. I'm a bit of a connoisseur, I guess. I've been
Yeah.
drinking coffee and finding coffees my whole life. I created purecoffeeclub.com. I get it, right? I get it. I'm a bit of a nut. The problem here is I don't see where the benefit is in this product. Robyn, anything you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, I don't know much about it either, just that it keeps coming up. I'm getting from this post that I'm looking at on Facebook that it has a hint of chocolate flavor. I can get a hint of chocolate flavor from your coffees. especially the Explorer
Or-
series, they
you-
often have that hint of chocolate flavor. So
Yeah, you know, most coffees have a cocoa element to them, some more than others.
I don't
some
understand.
of the-
Why wouldn't people just put like those mushrooms in the coffee instead of trying to do the cacao? Because if you like bitter stuff, those mushrooms in the coffee will be bitter.
Here-
Like,
here-
and
that
it's
actually
literally a
seems like it has a health
package.
benefit.
I'm seeing a package and the ingredients
Google
that
this.
say cacao.
so basically,
yeah.
they're melting cacao because what is the shell?
It's
I
it
couldn't
says
figure out.
shells, certified organic cacao shells.
Oh, certified. So
And then they make a
Yes,
tea
so
out of it.
Good
But
for
see,
you.
here's what I couldn't figure out. How's the shell different than the nib?
I don't know, but it's funny you say that because there's also a post about eating. If you have a hankering for, if you have a sweet tooth, the best way to get rid of it is to eat cacao nibs. And I was like, oh, but you know, we're all starting at different levels here. So
Cacao
Um,
nibs. If you hate your taste buds, eat cacao nibs.
I don't know if that's going to get. Oddly enough, something like this, if I have eating the nut, I'm holding up the nut butter. Something like this would help me get rid of a sweets craving because it has that creaminess to it.
Oh
Like
my
the
goodness!
cacao
When I
thing would be
started
so
eating
bitter.
those, the ultra fats, I had to actually stop myself because I was like,
They're delicious.
it tastes sweet, but it's not sweet. So yeah.
And
it's
correct
the
me if
salt.
I'm wrong, is not a chocolate craving evidence of, especially like a really deep, like of a mineral, like you could use some more electrolytes or magnesium, right?
One
Yeah.
of the things I tell people when people say on the consults, I am a chocoholic. I'll say, oh, really? You eat 100%? Oh, no, I would never. eat- Oh, do you eat 93%? Oh, my God, that stuff. Okay, you're not a chocoholic. You're a sugarholic,
Mhm.
right? If you start telling me you're a chocoholic, but you won't eat 93 or even 87, you're not a chocoholic. You are a sugarholic. I know so because I am. I also like bitter. I like the way bitter tastes, right? I can pull stuff. So I'll eat 93% chocolate and enjoy it. And by the way, one square, it's kind of like drinking espressos. You can have one or two squares, you're covered, right? You don't
Well, I
want
have a half of one of those squares that they come in, the 90%.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need. Like you're like, okay, I got that. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I love
full
chocolate.
up.
I eat the 100% chocolate. So
Mhm.
it's chocolate that I'm looking for when I'm craving chocolate.
You're a chocoholic. I'm the
Mhm.
same way. It's like, I just, there's I don't know what brand it is, 93. It sits in the fridge, one bar, and they're pretty thin.
Mhm.
Lasts a long time because I don't go hit it every day.
Yeah,
As a
me
matter of fact, what I'll do, here's a pro tip. Sit back, ladies. About to blow your minds. I'll take a square. What? Wait, what? Squirt a little bit of this on top. This is already cold.
Oh, I do that all the
Fat.
time.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
take my square, I just squirt a little bit, when it's still kind of hard and kind of like icing, I'll eat it like
Mhm.
that. That's a pro tip. I mean, do what you want. You want to be an amateur, do what you need to do. But that's just the way I do it.
Take a bite, take a hit off that, take a
No,
bite.
I squirt it on. I just squirt
He
it
makes a
on
little
top.
canapé.
Yeah, yeah. Just like Jodie Foster, canapé, 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 canapé. Wasn't that? No, it's chickapay.
Chicken May. Chicken
May.
May in the wind. Me and
Robyn has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't. I'm clueless.
Nell.
That's okay.
I made a Nell reference to some millennials the other day. It was not pretty.
Really? Robyn, how
Yeah,
old
they
are
were
you, if
like-
you don't mind me asking?
They're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I'm
I'm
doing
45.
Okay, so
doing,
you're,
I'm doing Jodie Foster and Nell," and they're like, "Who and what?" Okay, get out of
you're
here.
Jodie Foster, multi-Oscar winner.
Get outta
Jodie
here.
Foster.
Just kidding. I love my
Nell.
millennials. Oh no, oh my god.
Oh, that is the mistake you make with the ultra fat. Don't squeeze it when you're not ready.
At least I didn't spill it on the computer like I did the hanger steak. I'm literally
Yeah,
eating it off my desk. I'm not wasting this.
No, I wouldn't. Oh, Anna, go down and lick it. Go on. Go on, lick it.
I'm gonna wipe it off.
Anna's going to be down there like she's snorting a line.
And this is what the top of the orange hat looks like.
Mhm. Mhm.
God. So, Robyn, while Anna's cleaning her desk,
Oh, so good. Now I feel better.
I saw another tweet I saw was you were talking to a guy, and I know this guy. I don't want to mention his name because, you know, it was it was out in public, right? I mean, we can mention his name.
Sure, why not? I'm sure he won't mind.
It's something Gaines. What's his first name?
Josh.
Josh Gaines. And I see him all the time. He's always asking questions. Seems like a good guy. He's in a group, right? Is he in the Facebook group?
Yes, but I always see him on Twitter, but I'm sure he's on
I
Facebook.
see him on Twitter. I see the people. I answer the questions, as many as I can answer every day. And you started telling him, just go get a consult, right? Because you've had a consult, your husband's had a consult or two, and your kid has had a consult.
Yep.
What do you think of consults overall? You know, because people say all the time, I wish I had done this years ago. That's the thing that always confuses me about this. It's like, why didn't you?
Well, so that was in the middle of a conversation, and I retweeted the middle of the conversation because he was talking about how he is walking and he's thinking about adding more, and he didn't know where to start. Should he just go ahead and book a consult? And then when I retweeted and tagged you, it was like, absolutely, you should. It's well worth it. Because I waited. Matt had his consult. I just looked. It was in 2021. Mm-hmm. And I started implementing what he was doing, and it was working okay. I was getting a little tired with it. And so I didn't actually have a consult with you until this past October. And that changed everything because you were able to look at what I needed as opposed to me doing something that you suggested for somebody else. So that's worked a lot better. So I totally, whenever somebody is like on the fence and they ask, should I have a consult? I'm always like, yes, if it's something that's in your budget, absolutely have the consult. It's worth every single nickel and dime.
I say make room in the budget for it, especially if you're wondering, because it's also too like that thing that everybody does at the party when you're like on your own, you're like, I don't like tarot cards or people. That's so dumb. And then the moment you get to the thing, you're like, do me. Yeah. And that feeling of just like, not that Vinny's a tarot card reader, but he's a very good, he consults with you. He hears your story. He finds out about all the things that you need to tailor it to you, like Robyn said. And
that's exactly what I told him. It's not just a conversation. It's Vinny is asking you questions to find out what you want, what your goals are. And then he tailors what he's telling you, how he's telling you to do it to you personally. So every time you have a consult, it's personal. And that's huge. You're not getting some sort of canned answer like, oh, just to do this. You know, it's the same thing I tell everybody. And yeah, I'm sure you repeat yourself all the time.
Well,
but it's still within
you would be
reason
shocked, Robyn. You would be shocked that there is some stuff that's repeated. There's some commonalities, of course, but I've been doing one thing. This is my 40th year of doing it as a business. Before that, I was coaching in a gym. And I was, before that, when I was 16, I was coaching with Joe in a gym. That's a lifetime. But as a business, as Vinnie Tortorich paying taxes as a business, 1983, we're in 2023. I am somewhere in my 40th year of doing exactly one thing. No other career moves, nothing. And at some point, I learned something. Maybe it was right, maybe it was wrong. We don't know. It seems to work for a lot of people. I mean, look, one of Robyn's problems, I sussed it out. Can I talk a little bit about your consult?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if it was during Matt's consult or something, where she was like, I can't stay in zone 2 when I'm on the rowing machine. I asked her a few questions about the rowing machine, not knowing what kind of aerobic shape she was in. And she was like, no, I blast right out of zone 2 right away. And I was like, well, none of this is making sense unless her technique on the rowing machine is just wrong. That's the only, either that or she's the most out of shape human being on the planet. Those are the only two options. And I knew she wasn't a couch potato. And I said, hey, I said, get Matt, get on your rowing machine, get Matt to sit perpendicular to you and sit on the floor and hold the phone. We videoed, right? And I said, just hold the phone steady so I can see what she's doing. we were able to fix her rowing technique right there. Now, that's not something I could do for everyone, but these people at that point, they've done 3 consults with me. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, so, but it changed everything, right? You were able to now row within your heart zone, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm able to, because of that, I'm able to go faster than I was and still maintain zone. And I was almost stopped. I was like, this isn't even worth sitting here because I just couldn't get it to stay in zone. So yeah, it was a huge help. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I walk into gyms and see people doing stuff on aerobic machines. You figure on aerobic, you know, like on the, you know, the rowing machine in the gym, I just have to look away because I can't walk around fixing everyone. You know, it's not my job. They're not asking for
Well, you
help.
can, but they may not appreciate it so much.
I'll get kicked out of the gym. But I see people doing I want to walk up to them when they're on the elliptical machine and go, you see where your feet are facing? You're going to start having knee. I'm kind of like Doc Martin from that show, Doc Martin. It's like, oh, by the way, are your knees hurting yet? Because they will be if you keep doing that. You know, everything has to be done with a purpose. And when you have these machines that put you in this repetitive motion over and over and over again, that's the problem with bicycles. And I tell people say, I got hurt riding a bike. And I'll say, let me just do a free bike fit on you. Right. And I say, how's that going to help? Usually when I look, because they were in clips, someone put clips on their shoes and the whole thing. They want to be like a professional and have clips. Now their feet can't move enough and they're locked into one repetitive motion. And if any part of your biomechanics aren't right, you're begging yourself to have problems either in the hip, the ankles, or the knees, or all 3. You know, or people who tell me over the phone, yeah, when I ride my bike, I feel the hatchet in the back of my neck after so many hours, or I feel this goes number, that goes number. That can all be fixed. You know, all of it is fixable. But
hey, I want to book a bike fit for my friend Paul, because he's having the hatchet in the neck thing, and he rides, you know how it is up here with the cyclists.
Yeah.
They go out for hours.
Anna, does he live where you live?
Yeah.
I wonder if I could just bring some of my gear when I'm going to be out there. How far do you live from Thousand Oaks?
You're not from Thousand Oaks, hour and a half.
Oh,
It's
geez.
too far. I know. So, but what I'm saying is, if somebody wants to book a bike fit, can they do that with you? Can you do like a FaceTime? Remember how you helped me with the fit of my concept too?
Yeah, I'll do it, but I won't charge. I can't charge for that.
I know, but I'm gonna.
No, just give my mom some free powder. I'll take care of it. Tell him that you paid for it. I'll take care of it. I'll look at him.
I won't tell him that I paid for it.
Yeah, why not?
I paid Vinny a lot of money, Paul.
You better
Here's
call.
what's gonna
Appreciate
happen is
this,
everybody's
Paul.
gonna start buying your products and giving them to other people so that Vinny will do a consult with them. Yeah.
That's right. That's how it works. You guys.
This is
great
how it
business
works now,
people.
everyone.
How did Vinny go broke?
Wow.
Anna
And
goes,
Anna is just making out like a champ. We can't figure it out.
But nobody's has hatchets in their backs now because of the bike fits.
yeah, we'll fix him. I'll fix him. Probably craning that neck too much. We'll figure it out. So no, but Robyn, thanks. Anything else happened on Twitter in the past 20 minutes that we can clear up?
No, I did not have it turned on. So, I mean, who knows what's happened on Twitter in the past 20 minutes.
God.
It's it moves too fast for me half the time. I never know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I go on twice a day, morning, evening. Now I'll probably catch up before.
I know. What's the best option if you have a sweet tooth? We talked about the chocolate and the nut butters. Vinny, you used to talk about doing some berries with some creme fraiche if it's summertime and you want a little thing.
Here's the thing about
but you don't want people to go too crazy with that.
Here's the problem. You know, when I was doing a consult just the other day, and the guy was like, every night I have my berries and cream. It was like, every night.
Oh, no, you can't do it every night, guys.
This is meant as a treat. This is meant as, oh, it's Saturday. Oh, it's, the game, or, oh, it's whatever. This is not, that's why I hate the Vinny said thing, because people go, well, he said.
Oh my gosh, it's constant. Well, Vinny said this, and I'm like, no, it's out of context. You got to give the rest of the story.
Yeah, I try to be as broad as I can when I'm broadcasting, but you know, you say things and people just, oh, I heard him. I heard him say it, you know, like they'll say,
Without any context, without any who
Vinny,
you're
you ever
talking
eat-
to.
Vinny, you
Mhm.
ever have fried? Yeah, I have fried catfish. Well, Vinny said fried.
And he has fried catfish. so
I
we're gonna
have fried catfish every day now.
Yeah, I
It's
have it at least-
NSNG plus
you know,
fried catfish.
Exactly.
And
I
then
mean,
they'll go on the board and say NSNG doesn't work. I'm leaving.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
fine,
God.
goodbye.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or you can read the PDF and do. You would be shocked at the number of people that I talk to, and they'll say, and usually it's the 300 and 400 pounders, where they'll say, I know this works because I've lost, 75 pounds.
right.
Because, they number one, the first 30 pounds probably water weight, and then they lost a few pounds of fat. I know it works. I feel better. I've lost 75 pounds, and I'll go through and start talking to them, and they're doing 10 things wrong, right? But they can't see it because it's a little bit here and a little bit there
Right.
and a little bit over here. And before you know it, and when you lay it out to them, I was just talking to a guy today, and he was like, yeah, I'm thinking dairy might be a problem. And I was like, well, let's go through your day. And we go through his day, and it's like, holy crap, he eats more dairy in one day than I eat in any 7-day period. I mean, you can't just go, oh, well, that's
Well, so
that's
that was the next
keto,
thing I was going to
can't-
say. For sweet tooth, have a little bit of cheese, but then some people will then just eat a whole brick of cheese. And it's like,
Right.
what's the phrase about impunity?
You can't do anything with impunity.
With impunity. I always want to say without impunity, but that would be a double negative, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, you got to say with impunity. So,
With impunity.
yeah, you can't
Okay.
just do anything with impunity. And my other favorite one is, we're never as brilliant as when we're justifying our own bad behavior.
Yeah.
That's the one, folks.
I'm great at that one.
Think about those words that I just said. That what that means is you're lying to yourself, and you know it. And I'm just being honest here. Otherwise I would be deleterious in my duties to make people better if I didn't tell you this, right? They say, oh, Vinny's a hard ass. Oh, Gran Torino, I can't ever have fun. Kind of like when guys get married, where they all say, oh yeah, I've had my fun. Really? All right. You haven't had your fun yet. You got a whole life to live. Are you going to the rest of your life? You're saying marriage is not fun? What are you saying?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying.
It's the same thing. I've had a lot of guys.
That
I'm like,
sounds
You've
terrible. I was
reached
like,
your
oh.
peak. That's it. You got
Yeah, I know.
married, and now it's all downhill.
Now it's all, I was like, oh,
but
don't get
yeah, I've
married.
heard, I've been to, a lot of guys. It's like, hey, you get married. Yeah. Why? Well, I've had my fun. What are you saying? But
They
it's the
meant
same-
they mispronounced. They've had their VD.
yeah.
That's what they meant to say. Well,
I got it all fixed.
I got it
so-
all fixed, so might as well
Good
lock it
now.
down. Can I change the subject for 1 minute
Sure.
to still talk about Twitter? I want to give an update. And Jason, well, now he's Jason Cilantro Disrespecter at Fancy Pirate 8. Jason, you know who I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I love Jason.
We love Jason. He's awesome.
Mr. Goblet Squats himself.
Goblet Squats Jason.
Yeah, I read everything.
I thought it was like the carnivorous something he said called himself before.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
he's the cilantro.
Now he's the
disrespecter.
cilantro disrespecter.
Yeah.
He brought up a really important point. He has a quiz on Twitter right now, a poll. That's what they call it. Which appliance has the more annoying fan base? Sous vide, air fryer, or instant pot? I vote air fryer because y'all with air fryers are really annoying. But here's the deal. Schmaps worked on me and got me to order an air fryer. And keep in mind, I already paid for the air fryer attachment to an Instant Pot. Instant Pot people are close second, okay, of being annoying. I bought the Instant Pot attachment for the air fryer, didn't do it. The Instant Pot, it's making broth. That's what you do. Then Schmap said, no, trust me, get this air fryer. And I did, you guys. And I love it. I love it so much.
So you're the most
love
annoying
it
person
so
on this
much.
podcast.
I am
talking about-
furious that I love it so much.
Oh, but Anna,
I'm conflicted. I'm angry.
Anna, if
Mhm.
Jason had put that poll out.
No, I
during
voted
COVID-
air fryer. They're definitely the most annoying.
No, the most annoying 2 years ago during COVID 2020? Sous vide. People were
sous vide.
sous vide, bro.
Here's
you
the
didn't-
We
other
weren't even
thing.
leaving our houses, but we needed the sous
We
vide.
needed to
Wait,
have a
you-
sous vide so we can have a
Yeah.
steak.
Wait,
Just
hang
make a
on.
steak.
You're gonna have a steak? Yeah. You're
Well,
not
see,
gonna sous vide it? You're not gonna sous vide it? No, I'm not gonna put it in a warm water bath. Yeah.
In plastic, wrapped in plastic, and then a warm water bath.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Heat the
like-
plastic so all of it goes on your food.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Listen.
cheating, number one. You know, 2 years ago, I would have picked sous vide, the most annoying.
Oh, it's always no air fryer outlasts. Air fryer is timeless.
Oh, but
And here's why I say
gotta
this, you
tell
guys.
8 months ago, everybody Instapot. It's like, hey, what's your name?
8
Instapot.
months ago, that was 8 years ago, was the Instapot.
It
Here's why I
wasn't
say
last
that.
year?
No.
All right, go on.
Here's why I say this, you guys. And for those of you who know me, you know why I get annoyed is because I put out recipes and then the first question is, can I make this fill out the kitchen device here? I'm like, I don't know. You're the one who owns that device. Don't you know how to cook in it? And so I'm like, figure it out or use Google. So I fell into the Instant Pot trap between writing the first and second book. I was like, everybody said, you have to get an Instant Pot. It's so much better than the slow cooker. You have to get the Instant Pot. And I got the Instant Pot. It's fine for certain things. I don't think it's better than a slow cooker, but it's great for saving all your bones and making broth every week.
Okay, so Anna, can I ask questions?
Hold on. Let me just finish explaining. So then I put out the second book and some things were made to be in an Instant Pot. Some things were made to be in a slow cooker. Some things you can do in both. So I put the directions for both, right? And all I did for weeks was field questions about how to make a thing with an Instant Pot versus a slow cooker. And it drove me so nuts that then when the air fryer chitter chatter started to happen, I was like, no, I'm not falling into this trap. Can I make your lemony chicken fries in the air fryer? Can I make the chicken nuggets? Can I make a steak? Can I make the burger? Can I do it doesn't stop. And then everybody loves the air fryer so much. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not doing it. And then Schmaps worked on me and I got that air fryer 2 weeks ago and I've made so many things in it. And I love that thing.
What she's saying is she's going to have a fourth cookbook and it's going to be all air fryer recipes.
I am going to do a big Substack post about it with some new recipes for the air fryer. Because here's the thing. I was cutting up the cauliflower and putting the barbecue dust or the dill on it with some olive oil and throwing it in the air fryer. Oh my God. It's so good. I made meatballs and what? Meatballs? I'm Italian and I put meatballs in an air fryer and they were good. Pissed off.
Anna.
So what were your questions, Vin?
And I really want a definitive answer on this.
Okay.
First off, is it an Insta pot?
Instant pot.
Pot.
Do not say Instapot. That's not a thing.
Okay, so it's
Instant pot.
Instant pot. Okay, that's one thing. So that's the name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second question, because I've asked everyone because they're all huffy when they're talking. Oh no, you gotta have the Instant Pot. You gotta have the Instant Pot. You gotta have the Instant
They're
Pot.
breathless, like they just had sex
my
with
God.
it. Like,
Oh,
what
you
is that?
Understand. You can, like, whenever you're not using it for anything else, you could clean your golf balls in it. I'm telling you, it's like,
I did try
so-
the boiled eggs in there one time, and I was like, why don't you not just boil a pot of
why
water?
don't you just boil water? So, all right, here's the thing. What's the difference between an instant, which I just learned, pot,
Mm-hmm.
and my slow cooker?
Nothing.
Okay. so
Because
I
an
would- I
instant
would ask
pot
people-
has
I
a.
would- I-
Hold
Anna,
on. I'm going to give you the more detailed answer.
Okay. I need to.
An instant pot is a pressure cooker that also can operate as a slow cooker, that also can operate as a saute function, although my slow cooker has the same saute function. The problem is with an instant pot is that it heats pretty unevenly. So for a slow cooker, you're going to have these hot spots where it's burning certain portions of your sauce if you use it as a slow cooker. Not every time, but often. So it's really functions best as its main function as a pressure cooker. I don't know about you, but my grandmother had a pressure cooker and she made all sorts of things in that pressure cooker all the time. And the thing scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, because one time it did explode and it went everywhere in the kitchen. And I was like, oh my God, same idea with the Instant Pot. So, and to make it worse, you have to have storage for a slow cooker and storage for an Instant Pot. So if anybody is out there gonna come at me on Twitter saying you can get rid of your slow cooker because now you have the Instant Pot because you can do all these things in it.
Doesn't cook evenly.
It doesn't cook evenly, so that's my
Okay,
complaint
no,
about
no,
it. But
these
it
are
was
real
$100,
questions.
so I'm, and I got it years ago, and I still use it for broth. It's perfect for making broth, multiple batches of broth. It's great for that. That's
Look,
what I use it for.
when it comes to kitchen appliances, like we have a really, really good slow cooker because
Yeah,
you
I
look at
spent the
what-
money on the slow cooker.
Look, I look at things like this. People, when I was living in LA and running and gunning for all those years, I had to eat all my meals out.
Right.
And that was the most, people said, man, you must pay a lot for gas. You're driving around LA. Gas was nowhere near what I had to pay for food because I was
Right.
never home. Now that I get to work from home, all the meals are in the house. I save so much money on never walking to a restaurant that we get the best slow cooker and we get the best
Right.
this and that because we're not spending any money in restaurants. We might eat out twice a month. Whereas I used to eat out twice a day. I would have
Right.
breakfast at home and that was it. My entire life had to be that way because I was on the road. So I don't mind spending for the best of the best, knowing that, I have a gourmet cook upstairs making shit.
Right.
Right.
You're preaching to the choir here. I agree. And also that stuff lasts a lifetime so that when you croak, people can decide what to do with your appliances,
Yeah.
but at least you have it and you're not buying multiple things throughout your, lifetime, which
No,
drives me
absolutely.
nuts.
Okay. So we've done this podcast, right?
Yeah, we did. And I'm just warning everybody that I'm going to become the air fryer a-hole.
Okay. Jason, you heard it.
But
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
have an air fryer, so
Guess what? I'll post a link to the one that Schmaps made me get, and then you'll love it. And
another thing for the counter. I'm not sure if I can handle it.
only
And
get
I
it if
only
you
use
have-
my Instant Pot as a slow cooker, and I had to replace my slow cooker, and that's what I chose to replace it with. And I miss my slow cooker like nobody's business, and wish I didn't have the Instant Pot.
Does it cook unevenly as a slow
Yeah.
cooker?
Yeah, I almost never use it. I'll take my big cast iron enamel pot and put it in the oven
Yeah.
or put it
Yeah.
on the stove where I use the.
Which, by the way, if you have neither of those devices, you can do what Robyn just said and use a Le Creuset or a Dutch oven or a cast iron or an enamel coated pan and make the thing on a low heat and do that. It's just, if you're leaving for
And
the day, we don't want you to
I-
leave it unattended.
I Googled what temperature is low on a slow cooker, and that's what I set my oven on. And
And
through the
Robyn-
magic of the internet.
Robyn can legit text me. She has permission to text me and ask me those questions, and she doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need those devices. I just have my cookbook and I'm good to go.
Folks, Anna Vocino, you heard Marie raving about the dill. She's putting it on fish. She's putting it everywhere. She's making size ribeyes with Anna's barbecue. Marie cannot get enough of you. You guys heard that earlier in the show. Robyn, everyone's going to hear the show because Marie was on before you. So this is going to be a very popular.
Oh, okay. So you
Very
didn't give me
popular
that
on the
warning.
national internet.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
she will break the national internet.
Does every single time.
I have to tell you what I did with the air fryer yesterday.
Go on.
Uh-oh.
Lemony chicken thighs, a super easy recipe from my first book.
Yeah.
My daughter's absolute favorite, by the way.
they're
I
so
make it
good.
like once a week. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow and hopefully do a little video about this. But I basically made the lemony chicken thighs, but right when I put them in the air fryer to start them, I was like, you know what goes good with lemon? The dill. What if I sprinkled some
Ooh.
dill on the lemony chicken thighs?
Yeah. You know what?
I'm sorry. I love the air fryer.
I'm writing that down.
You can do it in the oven too, by the way. Because now I'm gonna get the email.
Serena,
Yeah, but
Wait,
can
how
I
do
do
you
it in the
convert
oven?
that?
Serena makes them. No, Serena makes your lemony chicken thighs.
It's so good.
Add the dill.
I add lots of ginger to my lemony chicken thighs.
Oh, I love that idea too.
Yes, it's so good. I love ginger.
I
love
add
ginger.
ginger. I crush it with the garlic crusher.
Yeah.
I add it to my scotch.
Ooh,
Hmm?
that's a great idea.
Who's your daddy? Huh?
Who's your dad?
That's right.
What does he do?
What does he do? Okay. folks, I was telling you about how great Anna is, but she broke in and messed up her own little ad.
Sorry.
She's got the gravies. You want to go check that out? Is the arrabbiata still in stock?
It is. I think we have still like 80 twin packs. We're good on spicy.
Oh,
for a
good.
little while.
Because
Yeah.
folks, you better hurry, because right after this show, I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go get
see
70
how
of them.
many of those I can go buy. That is the best thing. I used to love, my favorite used to be the crema.
Mhm.
The crema is now taking a backseat to the
Yeah.
arrabbiata for me.
It's really good.
She just keeps putting out. It's like you should
I
call.
just keep putting out.
You
That's
should
all you
come
have to
up.
say.
You know what, Anna? You should come up with a pack of the crema and the arrabbiata and just call it Sophie's Choice. See what I did there?
Just a reference to a Nazi movie.
Yeah.
That's how I
Sophie's
like to
Choice.
associate my food.
At any rate, go check everything out at eathappykitchen.com. She's got books. You just heard Robyn talking about Anna's books. So you want to go do that. Don't forget, today is the last day and a half of 20% off at purevitaminclub.com. Go get the Nickel and Diming Me PDF, also known as the NSNG ebook at vinnietortorich.com. While you're there, click through to Amazon whenever you want to buy something. Gina Grad's new book is going to be out in like 2 or 3 days. And I will have it in the book club as soon as it's out. Go get her book and go through vinnietortorich.com. It's going to be on Amazon. It was done by our friend, Stephen Heim.
Good.
She worked
I'm so
with
glad.
him.
Yep.
So, yeah, so we're very happy for Gina. It's, she's really made it work as a mother to a kid, a stepmom, and this book is great. I've read the galley. So go check that out. On behalf of Maury Tortorich, Robyn Dobbins, God, I love saying that name.
Currently our favorite Dobbins.
Out of all of our Dobbins, favorite Dobbins, my name is, oh wait, hang on, because we're going to play music for the cool kids. I got to do this.